direction techniques that you could use in your GIF or in any image that appears on your website or presentation, and just hopefully you have some great imagery. If you don't, if the resolution's not that great, you have to get creative with what you do with the image. And luckily this image that I have, this hero image, it's a great shot. But again, you could get creative with it. So I have her dead center because she's pretty symmetrical. But I could have her off center, and maybe that would be more interesting. Or if you wanted to put some text here, or we still have some image on the side. She could be right aligned, left aligned. I can't make her any smaller because I don't have that. And then you can always play with your history here if you need to go backwards. Something else I could do is I could play around with my brightness and contrast, my vibrance. I could make it black and white. The GIF could animate. It could start from black and white, and then it could move into color. There's so many things you could do in a really creative way without just thinking creatively about what's interesting, and what can really elevate the images on your website or in your presentation. Okay, so like I said, what we could do, and this is just really, really quickly, having an idea of how it would look. Say if this was the first keyframe and this was the next keyframe, and then it was full color. Just playing around with that. That might be cool as a tween. That's an option. Or say, let's delete that. Something else we could do. Okay. We can play around with. So that was, or we could play around with the vibrance, which is kind of cool. We could make it really, really not very vibrant, and then desaturate it. Again, it's kind of, it's really saturated. Make it really saturated. There's so many things you can do within Photoshop. Obviously, that's horrible, but I'm just playing around to get some ideas, really. But really quick ideas, see what works. Another thing we could do if the image quality wasn't great, what we could do is we could do like a repeat. And that way, if the resolution of your imagery was a little low, this would be a way of sort of cheating it. And we can just quickly repeat that to see how that looks. Group these. Again, I'm just doing this so fast just to get an idea of, oops, we didn't group that one. Okay, of how that could possibly work. And repeat it again. But not spending too much time, just getting an idea of, okay, could this be cool? Could this work? Could, this be the first frame, the first keyframe, and then maybe it's this, and then maybe we turn this off and it becomes this, but obviously with this all filled in. These are just options, just playing around, experimenting with how we could be creative with the image.